Oh my gosh, that is a crazy case. What the? Talk about how many teeth somebody has. So this is actually a time lapse of the full treatment going through. This one's not AI. This is actually a real orthodontist that did this. All right, looks like Doctors of Smile. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to rewatch this through again because this is insane. Okay, let me pause. Okay, I mean, that looks pretty good. I mean, just let's pause here and look at the beginning and the after here. So it looks like we have gotten all the teeth in, which is crazy. And then there is something, they did something weird. It looks like they got rid of the canine though and put, an cantilever bridge on there. But let's go ahead and start back to the beginning and let's see exactly what we've got going on and see how it compares when it's all done. So let's go ahead and get back to the beginning. Okay, so really after this first transition, the first thing they did was they got rid of a baby canine right here. Now there's actually a little molar behind the premolar that's still there. That's a baby tooth that you'll see gone right there. Now, the two teeth that you're seeing here, it looks like is a lateral incisor and a premolar that's stuck in the roof of her mouth. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to make space and pull that in there. So the next thing you'll go is we'll pause right there. Now the first thing that you see is that they actually put a little tied wire and they tying a wire to that lateral incisor. They got basically a bracket on it now and they're pulling that guy all the way into that space, and that wire will actually rebound and kind of shoot that tooth in there, which you'll see that it's moving over slowly by slowly by slowly. And also, if you didn't notice it already, that one molar to that baby molar in the back is gone now and a premolar has sprouted up underneath it. Okay, so now we're at a point that on one side he's got the spring trying to bring in that one premolar, but we're gonna be kind of blocked out here with all these other teeth on this side. So what's probably gonna happen is they're gonna use a spring to open up that space to get that tooth in there. So let's see. Okay, so you can see that space is starting to open up. Now they're attaching to the premolar to also drag that one in. The one on the other side is already in, just like that. Now what I'm trying to figure out is why they bonded it randomly there at the end. Okay, yeah. Now my guess is that tooth does kind of look a little bit differently. Now if you look at the two teeth next to each other, this is one lateral incisor here and it's way bigger than this one here. So it's way smaller, and that happens when sometimes the teeth get malformed. This is called a microdont or a small tooth. So when they brought that tooth in, it was much smaller than the other lateral incisor on the other side of the mouth. So that bonding that we were looking at actually was probably just to make that tooth a little bit bigger so it matches the size of the other tooth. Either way, that's a crazy case, and it shows you that really you don't have to take teeth out in a lot of situations. There's a lot of old school orthodontists that still take 4 teeth out on everybody, and this really shows you that if you go low, slow, you open things up and you expand things out really well, you can get a lot of crowding and a lot of teeth in without having to remove teeth. Let's see what the comments have to say. Someone said, hey, come here, top of braces. That's true. We were dragging and pulling different teeth in everywhere. It's almost like we're going fishing for teeth and bringing them in. It is pretty crazy. Someone said, I know bro was feeling it for the first few days. Yeah, in cases like this where you have a ton of crowding and a lot of movement, yes, you're gonna have a little bit more soreness than other people. And someone else said, it's so crazy to me that you can just move bones around in your mouth like that. Well, technically teeth aren't bones, they're a little bit different, but yes, we do move teeth through the bone of your jaw. And the crazy thing is there's these little things called PDL fibers, and whenever you pull on one side, it actually will grow the bone and then dissolve the bone on the other side, and then the bone will grow in between. It's a pretty weird thing, but yes, you basically dissolve the bone, move the tooth into that, grow the bone back behind it, and then repeat all the way across until that tooth is moved to where its final position is. It is pretty crazy. And it's actually why we have you wear retainers full time for 3 months after you get your braces off, so that your teeth can solidify back in their final positions before we go to nighttime wear only with your braces or with your retainer.